Hi sweeties! Today's video is gonna be a little bit different because since I started university, or college if you're American, I've been receiving loads of questions about how it's like to go to university in London, how it's like to go to uni abroad, far from your home. And I do music at uni, so I get a lot of questions about that as well. Like what lessons I have, how is it like to study music, do you have to audition to get in? So I waited until more or less the end of my first year so I would be able to answer all these questions properly. And today I'm gonna be telling you my complete university experience. I'll tell you how I ended up here in London, how I got my place at uni, what lessons I have, where I live, how much all this costs. But before we get started with the video, please subscribe because I post videos 3 times a week and you automatically become a unicorn. Also give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me. Okay, first things first, how I ended up here in London. My story is a little bit different from most international students because I think most people apply to universities when they are still in their home countries and then they go to uni with all set, like student accommodation and everything. But when I applied, I was already living in the UK for 3 years because I moved here in a very crazy way when I was 18 on my own, no money, no plans. Woohoo! I posted a video telling you the complete story about how I moved to London and all that. I'll put the link on the description, but that's another story. So basically, the way that you apply when you're already living here is through this online system called UCAS. I'm not gonna tell you every single detail about that because it's boring as fuck. But basically you write a personal statement, like this massive text about yourself and your experience and your plans, and you write down all your grades from school and you choose your top 5 universities that you want to apply to. And that's what I've done. I think for most courses that's all you have to do, but because music is a very practical thing, they need to hear you play your instrument or sing in my case. So a few months after I applied online, I received emails from different unis saying, oh, you need to come here and audition so then we can make a decision. No. It's quite scary because you're in a room with just like 1 or 2 people and they're staring at you like this and you have to sing. Pretty scary. But I auditioned and luckily I received a letter saying I got approved and I got a place at my #1 option university. Yay! I was really happy because it was quite competitive and I didn't really expect I was gonna get the place and I was shocked when I got it. And okay, next topic. How much does university cost here in London? Oh, Jesus. It's quite expensive. Most of universities I was looking at are £9,000 a year for home students and like 13,000 a year for overseas students. So it's pretty expensive. A pound is like $150 more or less, I think. But if you have no money, like me, there are other options. There's like student finance and things that basically you don't have to pay now, but once you finish uni and you start working and earning a decent amount of money, then you can start paying it back slowly. And that's what I've done because if I had to actually pay all this money, I wouldn't be able to. Seriously, I'm a 22-year-old girl and I work as a nanny. It's like practically minimum wage, so I can't really afford to pay my own university right now. But there's a catch. If you're an overseas student planning to move here to London and do the same thing as me, they don't always give this type of student finance to foreign students. I only got it because I have double nationality from Brazil and Portugal. So Portugal is part of the European Union. So I'm kind of like a home student even though I'm not English. And also I have been living here 3 years before the beginning of my uni, so that counts as well. Next thing that is very important to think about if you're planning to go to university abroad is where the hell you're gonna live. Most students live at student accommodations. There are basically massive halls with little rooms where you live. Jesus, I'm such a great YouTuber. I'm so good at explaining things. Oh my god. But I've realized that it's actually more expensive to do that than to actually rent a room somewhere else. Like, I rent a room at my landlord's house. He has like a spare bedroom and it's cheaper than a student hall, but it's actually bigger and he lets me decorate. I think most of you see this like decorated room and you think, oh, she must have a lovely flat. I don't. Now let's go to the fun part. That is what lessons I have as a music student and how are the exams like and the people. Let me say that when I started my uni, the one I'm doing is classical music, it's not popular music. So I was pretty scared because a lot of people are just so good in my class. I hope they're not watching this right now, but I thought, Jesus, I'm quite rubbish. What am I doing here? I'm gonna fail everything. But it turned out to be just fine. I actually got decent grades. And the lessons I had on my first year were performance. That is basically performance. You have to sing and stuff and that's really fun. Then there's like music history, there's music technology as well, like production and studio stuff. And there's composition. That is my favorite thing on the planet. I love writing music. It's so fun and amazing. And at my uni, when you go to your second year, you can choose which lessons you want to have. So I chose loads of composition related things for my second year. Oh, and I'm so excited. And the last thing people ask me a lot is, how are people like at uni? Is there a lot of prejudice if you're foreign and all that? I think people here are amazing and very polite and lovely and accepting. At least the people I know, because I do music, so people are quite open-minded. All the people I know are very nice. They don't treat me different because I have a lovely accent. And nobody really cares that I have colorful hair. Like, it's quite normal to see people with colorful hair in London. However, I have heard a few kind of racist remarks, but not at uni. I've heard some older people saying things like, oh, foreigners come here and they take our jobs. And that's quite sad that there's still people that think like that. But it's mostly older people. They're not used to how international everything is. So it's their problem, really, not mine. I don't care. And I think that's it. I don't know what else to say about my uni, but if you have any questions that I didn't answer, just leave them in the comments and I'm gonna answer you. So that's it for today. Please follow me on the social media here for more pictures and videos and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very, very lovely day. Mwah!